Hello and welcome. I'm super excited you're here. And simply from the sheer fact that you are watching this video, here's what I know. I know that you're someone who wants to achieve more in your business. So I have a question for you. How would you like to generate $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, or even $20,000 in coaching and consulting clients every single month on demand? What if you could count on yourself? What if you could count on yourself to make as much money as you wanted in your business whenever you needed it? I'm going to let that sink in. In the next few minutes, in this short but powerful video, I'm going to share the exact shifts my clients have made to command premium pricing, stop playing small, stop selling their expertise for cheap rates, and generate $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 in sales every single month on demand. So, I'm a sales girl, so I'll let you know I'm not going to sell you anything today. So you can relax and breathe. I have nothing to offer. There's nothing to sell today. But what I do have is a very powerful gift for you, one that has the power to change everything. So sit tight, and I'll get to that in a minute. But right now, I want to start with the brutal truth. And the brutal truth is this. For most coaches and consultants, no matter how amazing they are at what they do, no matter how gifted they are at what they do, no matter how skilled they are at what they do, they often offer low-end programs, services, and courses, and they're not charging nearly enough. And they're definitely not charging in alignment with the transformation they create because they're afraid. And here's what you're afraid of. Hear me when I say this. You're afraid of being judged. You're afraid of being criticized for maybe charging too much, for being money hungry, all of those things. Or you might even be afraid of losing the sale to your competition. And even the coaches and consultants who do get clients, often they're going to burn out because they don't have a leveraged business model that is a business model that's able to be simplified, scalable, and leveraged. So here's a truth bomb that I'm going to lay on you. People come to me all the time and they're like, Shameca, I need more sales. I want to make more money. I want to, get to 10K. I want to get to 20K months in my business. I want to sell for $10,000, $20,000. And I'll ask them, okay, how many sales calls have you had? What are you doing? What are the income generation activities that you're doing in your business? And they're like, well, I'm working on this new course that I'm going to launch, or, I'm putting up this new landing page, or I'm working on my sales funnel. And I just start scratching my head. And here's the truth bomb I want to lay on you. And it's this. If you want to accelerate your business fast and increase your sales, you've got to do what needs to be done. Posting pictures of yourself all day on social media and motivational quotes, that's not going to get you clients. But you already know that, right? So here's what will. Well, actually, let me just talk about that a little bit more. Being in a constant state of learning and watching and binge watching live streams and training after training and buying course after course and joining program after program, that's the safe zone. That's not the power zone. Being in practice mode and learning mode, that's the safe zone. And the brutal truth here is that you can absolutely make more sales simply if you would just get out of learning mode and get out of practice mode and get into action mode. Do what needs to be done. In my work over the years, here's what I found. I found that people would rather stay broke and build funnels for a decade than make a single call to a potential client and ask for the business. It freaks them out that much. Listen, you've got to put on your big girl pants, pick up the phone, and ask a few people for business. Just freaking do it. And I promise it will change everything. You just do it, and then you do it again, and it becomes easier each time that you do it. Listen, this alone is going to set you apart from the competition. It's going to elevate you above everybody else. Why? Because the rest of the world is freaking scared. And that's why they're hiding and whispering, hiding behind like the sales funnels and, preparing and planning and all of those things, launching, waiting to launch, and they're whispering in the marketplace. Even though they do amazing work, they're not making sales. So here's what you got to know. If you don't know how to close a sale, your business is doomed. And I know I'm a little straightforward, but just bear with me here, because somebody's got to tell you the truth. And I'm going to tell you the truth straight up, no chaser, and I'm going to do it in love. If you're not personally closing sales for multiple 5 figures or 6 figures, how will you lead your own sales team as your business grows? Because you must master sales skills. And nothing, absolutely nothing, will increase your profit as much as you doubling your sales skills. No lead generation, affiliates, no event, no social media platform, no email marketing technique, nothing. And I don't care what you have, how brilliant your brand is, how great your program is, how long you've been in business. If you don't know how to close sales, growing your business will be an uphill battle. You must learn to close. You can have funnels and blogs and live streams and content, and all of those can be bringing you amazing leads. But the bottom line is you got to know how to sell. You got to know how to walk them through the decision-making process in order to make them a client. There's plenty of systems for selling on the market. I see them all the time. There's lots of scripts. There's lots of ways and methods that people sell, and some of them are really, really good. And with that being said, you can take any one of those systems, make calls consistently, and you will make sales. But here's the key part of that statement. You got to make the calls. You got to get on the phone. You got to talk to people. You got to ask for the business. And that's where people fail. That's where you're falling. Because you're hoping that the sales funnel and the event, it's going to preclude you or exclude you from having to ask for the business. And that's not working out, is it? What happens with people is they may make a few calls, or they may make a call, or most people make no calls. That's really the truth. And then what happens when they make those few calls, they start to get in their own head, and fear sets in. And those beliefs of, who am I to charge this much? And what are they going to think about me? If I'm calling them, they're going to think all I want is the money. And what happens is you limit your results. And then you begin to blame the system. Well, it must be this coach's thing, or it must be this system. And you begin this mad dash searching for the magic pill or the magic bullet or the magic process that's going to make you a millionaire, that's going to cross you into 6 figures or multiple 6 figures or the 7-figure mark. And I want you to know this. Here's what you got to know. The system isn't to blame. The real problem is the system doesn't matter. It's not about the system. All of the problems, challenges, and barriers you feel that you have that are keeping you stuck right now are the symptoms of a deeper core problem. And that main problem is you have not transformed yourself. Ouch, I know. There must be a shift within you. And after 10 years of my own journey and helping my clients, I've seen myself and others go through these same transformations that I'm going to talk to you about in just a bit. The real problem is your mindset and how you show up. It's how you show up. It's who you be. People ask me all the time, Shameca, how can I make more sales? What do I need to do to make more sales? It's not really about what you need to do or the strategy or the script. It's who you're being inside of the action that matters the most. And so the real problem here, if you're still struggling with sales, you're not hitting the income goals that you want to hit, you haven't made the shift. You haven't made the shift. Once you make the shift, you'll realize that the invisible ceiling on your income was never even there to begin with. And those, $5,000 a month, $1,000 a month, $10,000 months that you've been bumping your head up against, hoping to cross over into another realm, that's not your stopping point. You can do absolutely more. And then you'll push through to your 5, then 6-figure month faster than you ever thought possible. Once you make the shift, you'll create truly powerful sessions that create massive value. And you won't even have to handle any objections when you get on these calls. Your ideal clients will see the value and be inspired to say yes to themselves through working with you, no matter what the price point. You'll have complete control over who you work with, how you serve them, and the prices you can command. You can generate sales on demand by using a sales strategy that establishes you as the authority in your marketplace and adds massive value to your audience. When you get this shift, when you make this shift, you'll instantly start charging high ticket prices and expect them to pay for it without batting an eyelash. And you'll make a huge impact on your most ideal clients. These shifts are paramount to getting unstuck and reaching those $10,000 to $50,000 months, plus beyond that, and making a bigger impact on your client. And I'm going to show you these shifts, but first, let me take about 45 seconds and introduce myself. So who am I? I'm Shameca Tankerson. I'm best-selling author of the book, How to Set Fire to Your Fears and Sell More. And my specialty is challenging ambitious powerhouse business owners to crush doubt and activate 100% confidence to sell more and charge more without apologizing for it. I'm a mom, I'm a God girl, I'm a straight shooter. I tell it like it is. And I'm the go-to girl when you want to learn how to sell more, period. I have 20 plus years as a top producer in sales, and this didn't come easy to me. I went from creating a multiple six-figure earner, being a multiple six-figure earner, and then losing everything. And that journey wasn't easy. It has been the most incredible comeback ever. And because of that journey and because of who I've become as a result of that journey of going from 6 figures to standing in the welfare line, because I needed to feed my babies, and back to 6 figures again. I help my clients close sales on demand. I help them show up powerfully in their businesses. And I help them close those sales with a client on their first consultation without chasing after them, without having to lowball or negotiate their rates, without having a long drawn out sales process. And my God, without working themselves into exhaustion, grinding all hours into the night. Simplified business model, leveraged, powerful, and money making. I'm also a total CrossFit junkie. I really am. I've been a CrossFit athlete for 4 years, and I absolutely love it. Why? Because building a business is serious work. It can be fun and enjoyable work, but it's still work, right? So the same goes for CrossFit. It's challenging and it's constantly changing because every day has a different workout. So your body never has a chance to get used to it. And it takes hard work. It takes time. It takes patience to get better at it. For me, it is an incredible mirror to my business growth journey. So that's why I've stuck with it for so long. So this is actually me at a competition. And I just want to say this, there's moments when you just want to throw in the towel when you're doing a CrossFit workout. It never gets easier. You want to throw in the towel, you want to walk away, but you don't. You dig deep, right? You figure it out. You keep pushing through it. And then you get mentally stronger. So CrossFit shows me who I am when my back is against the wall, when the going gets tough. And guess what? I get to cultivate who that is. How am I going to show up when things aren't going as well? And the mental strength that I build here helps me overcome tough obstacles I face as an entrepreneur. I'm like, if I can do that, shoot, I can do anything, right? One more thing about me. So I jumped out of a plane at 13,000 feet and I live to tell about it. I survived, right? So this was just recently. I just did this. This year, I made a list of all the things I've ever wanted to do but hadn't done because of fear. And I'm knocking these fears out one by one. And this was my first big courage experience. I've been doing small courage experiences. CrossFit was one of them. Starting that was one of them. But this was my first big one. And these courage experiences that I've had so far have strengthened me, have helped me find my truth, have led me to have enough courage to show up powerfully in my own business and face the next challenge and the next challenge and grow to the next level and the next level exponentially. So I've promised myself that I never again let fear stop me from doing anything that I really wanted to do, even going after big clients and big contracts. So the work that I do with my clients kind of mirrors this. You know, we dive deep into those fears that are silently stopping you and secretly holding you back. And then I challenge you through powerful experiences that help you let go of limiting beliefs, learning to use that fear as fuel, and truly transforming your fears into courage, confidence, and certainty to play big in your business and go big in your business. So that's enough about me. I want to jump right into these 4 shifts. So these are 4 of the most essential shifts that will help you to sell more immediately. And I want you to just, one of the things I like to tell people is when I'm sharing things, if you feel like, oh, I've already heard this, or this is what I teach my clients, be aware of that, because repetition is the mother of all learning. And I've learned that when I hear something over and over again, there is still a lesson that I need to learn. So if you find yourself thinking that, I'm going to encourage you to lean in, pick up your pen, and listen carefully, listen more. So first, your offer needs to be clear, compelling, inspiring, and connected with your ideal client and the problem that's at top of mind awareness for them in their mind as they see it for increased conversions and more sales. Your offer is the language that you use. Your clients also need to come to the conversation pre-sold, talking themselves into working with you. It's not about you convincing and cajoling and saying something special and magic abracadabra potion to get people to say yes. You've got to have a system in place that sets them up, shows them, it elevates your credibility and authority before they ever get on the phone. They're like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait for this conversation because I really want to work with this woman. I really want to do this. I just need to know how. You also need to feel supremely confident sharing how much you charge. It's got to come out so easy. Like you just saying, there's black socks in the drawer with no emotional charge at all. So if you can't say my services are $20,000 and it feels the same as there's black socks in the drawer, there's work that needs to be done. You've also got to smash the biggest belief that's sabotaging your business right now. And for everyone, this is going to be different. But you need to be aware of what it is, get in there, uproot it, and annihilate it so that you can go to the next level and the next level and the next level. And you absolutely must be able to articulate your value so powerfully that your ideal client not only gets it, but they are willing to pay a premium to experience it. So here's what you need to know. You got to know how to overcome your fear of charging more and sell high-end programs that your dream to work with clients are excited to invest in. You got to know how to set up your business model so that you can welcome in 10K, 20K, or 30K months. You also must have a predictable process for annihilating those objections like I can't afford it and other excuses before prospects ever get on the phone with you. You also need a repeatable go-to strategy, a system, a method, a framework for turning prospects into excited clients in a one-call close without spending countless hours chasing or hunting for clients. I want to just paint a picture. So right now, if you're stuck on one of these 3 things, these are one of the 3 things you're probably stuck on, you definitely want to apply. And there's a button below this video. If you know you're already there, just click that button. It says apply now. Click that button and it'll take you to the application page where you'll be able to complete the process. But number 1 is you want to get more high-level customers coming into your business, the right people who understand your value and who see you as like the Christian Louboutin or the Beyonce of your industry. Or number two, you want your coaching and consulting business to command premium prices. You want to make sales for $5,000, $10,000, maybe even $20,000 or more, and you want it to happen consistently every month without having to hear, I'd love to, but I can't afford it, and all the other excuses. Or you're in this category, you're working really, really hard, far too hard, burning the midnight oil, burning yourself out, Facebooking, webinaring, live streaming, and doing freebie session after freebie session. And you want to know exactly what actually works to consistently get a yes from qualified leads and customers to your offerings like magic. Here's who shouldn't apply. You don't want to apply if you're afraid of or dislike talking about money, because we do focus on the money. If you want to sell high end, we got to look at the numbers. You got to ask for the money and not be afraid of it. If you hop from training to training and program to program and you never really implement, you've got like shelf help stacked up and you're in love with the same old regurgitated info that's getting shared, and you're looking for some magic pixie dust kind of way to sell without selling, this isn't for you. We slay sales. So here's the bottom line prerequisites to work with me. Those are the prerequisites for the session. Here's the prerequisites for working with me. You have to have an offer of a service that solves people's pains or problems, right? You provide knowledge or advice to people that is of real value to your clients, and you know your stuff. Like, you're not Googling, trying to figure it out. You're not selling shutters and lampshades and things like that. Transformational. You transform people's lives. You transform their relationships. You transform their body. You transform their businesses. There is some sort of transformation that happens. And you must be coachable, decisive, and an action taker. If you can do that, we can change everything. So I want to invite you to apply for a straight up sales strategy session. And what we do during the strategy session is we look at your current sales model, your current methods of selling, and your offers, and we pinpoint the mistakes you have in there, the holes that you have, and determine where the disconnect is that's costing you money and clients. And we'll uncover any hidden fears or limiting beliefs that may be blocking and sabotaging your current sales success. I'm also going to look at what you're doing right currently in your business that you should be doing a lot more of. A lot of times we overlook that, and that's a huge sales booster just in itself. If there's something that's going well, how can we do more of that? And then we'll map out the exact steps to boost your enrollment and sales conversion so that you can save hours in your day and make a lot more money. On the call, I will personally, you're not going to talk to one of my team, I will personally help you get total clarity on exactly what you want to achieve and what your business will look like moving forward and the specific steps you need to achieve your goals. And if during the call you feel like you would like additional help and my support in moving forward with what we're mapping out, and we feel like it's a great fit, a win-win for both of us, I may invite you to become one of my new VIP clients. There's no pressure here. And I'm going to say this again. I don't invite everybody. I'm not just saying that. It is the truth. There are times that I get on conversations with people and I think it's, it's going to be a good fit based on their application. We approve their appointment, and I realize that I'm not going to make an offer to them. It's not going to work out. So I'll be brutally honest with you, straight up, no chaser, even during our sales conversation about what's working, what's not, and whether or not you're a good fit. So there's two things you can do. Again, there is a link below this video that says apply for a session, apply now. You can click that link to get there, or you can just go straight there by typing in bit.ly/sell more strategy, bit.ly/sell more strategy. So I want to leave you with this. The most important thing that you need to succeed in your business is not strategy. It's not tactics. It's belief. It really is. more than anything. Your beliefs affect your confidence and your certainty. And if they are not in alignment with what you desire, they are chipping away at your self-esteem and so much more. If you truly believe, like really believe to your very core that something is possible, everything else flows from there. The confidence, the action, the execution, the clients. And I often say this: words convey what you think, actions demonstrate what you believe. So today, you have an opportunity to align your actions with what you believe you say you can have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll talk to you soon.